What is up, folks? Welcome back to BrickBucks, and if you're new here, welcome. This is a channel where we talk about Lego investing. That is buying Lego sets as an investment, because if you didn't know, Lego increases in value over time. The reason Lego increases in value is because it retires, right? Lego sets stop getting manufactured after a certain length of time on the shelves, and when that happens, they continue to have demand on marketplaces like Amazon or eBay or Bricklink or many other places. So when that happens, the price goes up, and as Lego investors, we hold the set and then we sell it later at a higher price, of course, for a profit. Now, this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to make a very quick update here that we have seen some changes on lego.com for the retiring status of some pretty big and popular Lego sets. Over the last few years, if you are a Lego investor over time, over the last couple of years, it was harder to predict the retirement of a set, because the retiring lists, the lists of what's retiring soon, were not as common. And when we did see them, they were less accurate, right? And now we see a lot more information, including on websites like Brickset, about what's going to retire soon and what's not. But one thing we haven't seen a lot of is Lego Group themselves openly telling us when they are retiring products. In stores, sometimes you will see a retiring soon tag, and on the website, sometimes you will see a section called retiring soon where they put sets that are going to retire soon. But notoriously, the Lego Group have never been very good at actually updating that retiring soon section on the website to include all of the sets that are retiring soon, unless it comes directly from Lego Group. You know, it's subject to change, right? We don't know for sure. But when I see changes on lego.com saying that sets are retiring soon, that's when I have the full degree of certainty. And I wanted to just jump on here and quickly talk about what we are seeing. So I'm pulling up Shop at Home US right here, and I'm on the retiring soon page. So straight up, you will see that there are 19 results. So immediately we can tell that this is not exhaustive, right? This doesn't include everything. There's going to be a lot more than 19 sets retiring at the end of 2021. So this doesn't include a lot of sets, right? What I have noticed is that it seems to include a lot of the most expensive sets and a lot of the exclusive sets. Now again, we've known a lot of this stuff, right? We've known it to a certain degree of confidence, but now we have certainty, right? Now we have certainty. So this is not brand new information, because a lot of these sets we've known are very likely to retire. But now we have certainty. So what do we have here? What sets do we have on this page that are now confirmed as definitely retiring at the end of 2021? So first up, of course, we have the roller coaster right here, which was released in 2018 in the Creator Expert theme. This set has over 4,000 parts, and obviously it is a very expensive set at $380, which puts it a little bit beyond what I typically like to spend on a Lego investment. But that's not to say it isn't great value. It has, as I mentioned, over 4,000 parts and a price per piece of around 9 cents. And this one has 11 minifigures too. So it is iconic when you are building a theme park. And I don't know how you could ever not get that set to go into a theme park. In my opinion, it's a great one for anyone who wants to buy more expensive sets as an investment. Next up in this list, we have the Bugatti. Of course, this is the $350 mammoth and iconic Lego Technic set. This is set number 42083 with 3,599 pieces in this one. This one was released in 2018. It has a price per piece of around 10 cents, so not bad either for this one. Again, it is a little bit out of my price range when it comes to investing, but if you are a fan of Technic and you want to pick this one up, you're going to have to do that pretty soon. Coming back to our list here now, and next up we have the Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage. Now, I've talked about this set in detail in another video, which I will link in the description below, where I compared the Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage with the A-Wing Starfighter from Star Wars and the Stranger Things Upside Down, which, as you can see here on the screen, are both also on this list of retiring soon sets. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about these right now, but just real quick, we do have this Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage retiring soon, $250 price point on this one, set number 75936, with 3,120 pieces on this set. Now, in my video before, I talked about the fact that this is a Jurassic Park set, not a Jurassic World set, and it has the minifigs from the original Jurassic Park movie, and I'm a very, very big fan of this set because it is the kind of thing that Jurassic Park fans will need to pick up, because it is obviously very different than the rest of the Jurassic World theme. So the last chance to get this one is coming up pretty soon. Now, if we go back again to the list and scroll down just a little bit, we will see the A-Wing Starfighter Star Wars UCS is also retiring soon. So looking at this one in a little bit more detail here, we see a $200 retail price on the A-Wing, set number 75275 with 1,673 pieces. One minifigure inside this box. I'm a fan of the A-Wing. Again, I talked about this in my other video. A lot of Star Wars UCS collectors are not a fan of this. I think it looks fantastic. I really do. And I generally like it. Now, will I pick it up for an investment? Probably not. Probably not, because although I do like the UCS sets as an investment, I prefer to put that $200 into some other opportunities that I think are a little bit better. So for that reason, I won't buy the A-Wing. But again, if you are a Star Wars UCS collector, or if you are an investor in this theme, then this is your chance, right? It is confirmed as retiring soon by the end of 2021. What's up here next? Next up, we have the modular building that will be retiring at the end of this year. There were question marks over whether it would be Assembly Square, but it is confirmed now that it's definitely Corner Garage is retiring at the end of 2021. So this one again is a $200 set. Now, I really like modular buildings. I do. I think they're very good investments. They have tons of collectability, and they introduce a lot of adults into Lego collecting. So it is kind of it's a soft spot for me a little bit. With Corner Garage, I won't be going too deep. Again, it is a more pricey set, and I prefer like the $160, $170 prices on the modular buildings. It just has a little bit more room to grow, like the Parisian restaurant. But the $200 price range is just ticking up a little bit. I know it's not that much of a difference, but it makes an impact. So this is set number 10264 with 2,569 pieces. We have 6 minifigs in this one, and this was released at the start of 2019. So when it retires at the end of the year, it will have had a shelf life of around 3 years. Coming back to our list now, what else do we have here? We have the Upside Down, the Stranger Things Lego set. There's only one Stranger Things Lego set out there, and for that reason, we have tons of exclusive minifigures in this set. In my comparison between Jurassic Park, T-Rex Rampage, UCS A-Wing, and Stranger Things, I talked about how much I loved this set when it comes to display ability. I think it is a beautiful looking set and interesting build. I haven't personally built this one, but I've heard from a lot of people that it is a fantastic build and very, very fun. I'm a big fan of Stranger Things, the show, and it will continue to be relevant over the next few years. We will see more interest in it as more seasons of the show are released, and as we have seen here today, this will be gone. The Stranger Things set will no longer be on the shelves, so if there is renewed interest in the show over the next few years and the demand increases on this Lego set, then this one could do quite well in the aftermarket, because of course those fans will have only one place to get this set, and that is on the aftermarket. So I think this one could do pretty well. Now, this is Lego set 75810 with 2,287 pieces. And another thing I pointed out in my other video about this set was that it's selling very fast. This set is selling faster than the Star Wars A-Wing and the Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage, which are both similar price points. So I do expect the demand on this set will continue. Alright, coming back to our list now and looking at what else we have here confirmed as retiring. We have the James Bond Aston Martin. Just in time for the new James Bond movie. This one will be disappearing at the end of 2021. $150 on this one. It is set number 10262 with 1,295 pieces. This is a Lego Creator Expert. So this one was released in 2018, so it has been around for quite some time, which may lead to some stock being out there in the aftermarket. I do think the demand will continue to be high on this set. It is a pity that this didn't retire last year, because then obviously the new James Bond movie this year would lead to a lot of those sellers on this set selling through and then the price suddenly jumping. But the movie is coming out while it's still available on the shelves. That could lead to it selling out this Q4 in places like Amazon and Walmart quicker than otherwise. And so if you had plans on buying this, I personally would start to buy it right now. I wouldn't wait, but it is possible that it will sell out early and then not get restocked, right? So just watch out for that if you wanted to buy the Aston Martin set. But like I said, it is a pity that the movie isn't out a year after retirement, because that would really help with making that price rise. Now, of course, there will be more James Bond movies in the future, but it could be 5 years before we see one. As a Lego investor, while you're holding this set, you may not get the benefit of a ton of new content in the future coming out that drives the demand on this one, unless you're holding it very, very long time. Next up, we have the London Bus Lego set 10258. I know this is a very popular set for a lot of people. It is a pretty cool looking one. It is 1,686 pieces, and this is of course in the Creator Expert lineup. This is another one that's been around for quite some time. This was released in 2017. So this is another one that people have had time to stock up on. I know of some people who bought this way too early because of course you don't expect a set to sit on the shelves that long. It's not all that common. So with that price of $140 on this one and the 1,686 pieces, it's pretty good value. And again, if you planned on picking this up, now is your time. What else do we have? We have the Marvel Studios Iron Man Lego art set, of course. This is $311.99 with a price of $120, retiring soon. 3,167 pieces on this one. It remains to be seen how art does over time, right? It is a relatively new theme when it comes to history for investing purposes. We don't know a lot yet. They could do very well. This one hasn't been on the shelves for all that long. It was released in August of 2020, I believe, and it's retiring at the end of 2021. It's selling pretty well as well. Of course, we are looking at Iron Man here. So it is, I do think that the demand will continue on the Iron Man art set for sure. And the number of people that have this listed online as well is quite low. And I think because this is not a tried and tested theme over time, that Lego investors are not really buying art as much as some other themes. So that could be an opportunity out there for Lego art investments. All right, so jumping back into our list now, and next up we have the Gingerbread House. Of course, one of the more popular retiring soon sets and talked about sets on this list when it comes to Lego investing. This is the $99 set. I have one right next to me. Of course, I'm a big fan of this set. 10267 is this set, and it is 1,477 pieces for $99.99. Of course, this is a Lego Creator Expert in the Winter Village sub-theme, and this was released in October of 2019, so it was just over 2 years ago, and confirmed as retiring at the end of this year, obviously, because now we will have the Santa's Visit Winter Village set taking this one's place. And I personally really like this set. I think it's going to do very well. Winter Village as a theme does quite well over time, usually as an investment. And Gingerbread House, I just personally love. I think it's a fantastic set. Going back to our list here, now we have the Dinosaur Fossils up next. And this is set number 21320. This one featured in one of my buying soon videos where I talked about this in detail. 910 pieces for $59.99 in the Lego Ideas theme, of course. And this set released at the end of 2019, so again, this has also been around a 2-year time on the shelf, which is not all that long. It is actually a little bit longer than the average of Ideas, but that seems to have changed recently with re-releases and sets hanging around in this theme. ideas has become a little bit unpredictable when it comes to investing in the last couple of years, and shelf life being a little bit unpredictable. And as far as this set goes, I'm a very big fan. It is a very fast seller, so I do expect that demand to continue. There isn't a crazy amount of people that have this listed on Amazon either, so I do think that supply will not be too crazy. And up next we have another one that I have talked about in the past, and that is the Harley Davidson Fat Boy. That is set number 10269 in the Lego Creator Expert theme and $100 price point for 1,023 pieces. I'm a big fan of this one. I think this is a great set, and as I mentioned when I talked about this in the past, I think it really is one of those sets that just appeals to non-Lego fans, right? This interests a whole new audience of people who may get into Lego because of it, right? It is the kind of gateway Lego set. It's the kind of thing that people will give as gifts, and it's not too crazy of a price point, right? The $100 price point I love. I'm a big fan of a $100 set because it's packed full of detail, but it's a very affordable price, and it's easy to see a $100 set getting up to $250 to $300 on Amazon over the course of 2 years. It is possible. So for the Harley Davidson Fat Boy, I am a fan of this one, and I do like its prospects as an investment. And then we have the ship in a bottle here as well. So that's the $70 Lego Ideas set 92177 with 962 pieces. This of course is a re-release of the original Ship in a Bottle. It was re-released last year, so this one has been around for a year, but of course, I mean, the concept and the previous set is the exact same, so it has been around a lot longer than that in general. This one is highly demanded. It's got a lot of sales on this, and obviously, you know, it's a big gift item. It's sitting on people's desks and shelves and offices, and it is a beautiful looking set. I'm a big fan of it, but there's a lot of supply on this set. We're gonna have to wait a little bit for some of those to sell through, and of course there is another version of the set, right? So we have to consider the fact that buyers of this one, they could go and get the other SKU, and the prices will be kind of rising together, and the supply will exist for both of them, right? So it remains to be seen how that will impact it. It might not impact it too heavily, but it is a little unknown on this set. It could do very, very well. I prefer to have a little more certainty, and I would have been very certain on the Ship in a Bottle set if it did not get re-released. But that is of course where we are. But this is a great update to see, where we have finally some good data from the source, right, from the Lego group. And if you were on the fence about any of these and you were not certain whether they would retire or not, now you have your certainty. I hope this helps you with making some of your buying decisions. If you were thinking about picking any of these sets, the clock is ticking from here on out. Now, real quick, if you want more information about Lego investing, I do have a newsletter that is completely free, and once a week I drop some info into your inbox about my Lego investing strategy, the things that I'm thinking about in my Lego investing business, and general stuff that I think will be useful and interesting to you in the world of Lego reselling and Lego investing. So check out the link in the description below and sign up to the Brick Scoop newsletter. And with that, I also do want to ask you, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button. Help me to get to 10,000 subscribers here in the near future. I am so close and I'm so excited about it. So if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the BrickBucks YouTube channel. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I'm Shane from brickbucks.net, and I will see you in the next one.